everyone. Welcome to the Portugal Club podcast with me, Carl Munson. My guest today is Adriel Oliveira, an extraordinary person with an extraordinary project. Let's talk to him now. If you want to find out more about the Portugal Club, go to www.theportugalclub.com. Adriel, thank you very much for joining me again. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. I've been watching you and what you've been up to, I think, for a couple of years now. Maybe as long as 3 years here in Portugal. You're a truly inspiring person. We know you, well, originally as Shimejito. I see a name change there to Shimejito. Can you tell us about the original project, Shimejito? What was that about briefly?
Yeah, actually, Shimenauta is the ones that are inside Shimejito's community.
Oh, the
So,
Shimenauts. We are the
yeah, Shimenauta,
Shimenauts.
exactly.
Okay.
So we developed this sense last year. And basically, we're talking about people that really cares about the environment and are taking action for it. Like the mushrooms, we like to spread and work in symbiosis, yeah, with symbiotic way. So Shimejito started as a tool, so people could start their own mushroom business in a decentralized way. And we organized ourselves as a cooperative, like let's talk like this, where we can purchase those mushrooms from the producers. And with this, we can apply the best concepts of the circular economy and bring more value for the producer. And Shimejito was born after I quit my job in Banco do Brasil, and also I'm a developer, so that's why I think Shimejito has this transformational power to help people to use those tools to get rid of the grid, yeah, to get off the grid. And
Wow.
it started as a regular startup stuff, Series A, Series B, modeling, accelerations. But now, after the pandemic, we are more chill. We are understanding that there are some structures that we need to disrupt now.
Yes, well said. And that's what I think, for one thing, makes you extraordinary. You just said there, I think, get off. I wasn't sure if it was get off the grid or get off the greed, but I think both would be true, wouldn't they?
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Okay. So there we are. The wonderful business model and idea, the reference to the circular economy, mushrooms. I mean, mushrooms are just incredible anyway. This is Shimejito, and I do urge people to go and find out more about Shimejito. And then this latest development where you're looking at creating power from mycelium. And we were talking to you recently. We saw you on the breakfast show lighting up an LED with a mushroom powered battery. Just how exciting and extraordinary and world changing could this possibly be, do you think?
Well, that's very interesting news because we discovered this capability of the mycelium in 2020. And since then, we're studying how to combine the best materials so they can last longer and that they can be, easier to get fulfilled and make people use it. So now we are teaching people. People can access our course, our workshop in our website, and help us to develop this technology by building their own batteries. So we discovered that if you put the right amount of mycelium and the copper wiring and zinc or steel components, you can have a potential differential that agrees to produce zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.9 volts. And we tested with more than 8 different species. That was really strange because we never expected to measure and use this energy. It's completely different from that lemon batteries. No, you have in the lemon stuff in the science school. You have electrolytes happening in that lemon juice that will react with the copper and the nickel or the other metal and create a voltage. But the lemon is dead. Yeah, you can't make that produce more juice, and that acidic juice will decay the minerals. So with the mushroom is different. You have oxidation for sure, but you can clean it and use it again, like repeatedly, until you need to create another refill. Also, the mushrooms have the capability to be um, plastic, so we can model them in the way you need. So we achieve to make the small batteries like this size that produce the same amount of energy as this size batteries. Yeah, yesterday I just sent our first deliveries for Italy. So people
Wow.
that want to help us to purchase these first 1,000 batteries, handmade, special ones that will help us to discover more applications. They are my guests. So
Uh,
it's only €5.99, and they are renewable and rechargeable. You just need to put more mycelium inside of it.
that's yeah, because making the comparison between the citrus battery and the mushroom battery, if you like, we are talking about regenerative, aren't we? Rather than killing something to get its power, we are in a new realm here of regenerative power, which is so
Yeah.
much sound and vibration of these times, which is why I'm so excited to talk to you and to hear about what you're doing. So clearly, I mean, this podcast, the Portugal Club podcast, where we talk to amazing people here in Portugal doing amazing things. Clearly, you know, you're an extraordinary person with an extraordinary plan. That's clear from what we've just said. And you began to talk about, you know, what you're doing to bring this vision about, which is to reach out. Batteries are going to Italy. You're doing workshops. You're doing a kind of battery hackathon thing in Lisbon as well. What other things are you doing to share this message, which I think, you know, must and should be shared with the world?
That's the thing, my friend. We have so many competition, bad news happening right now, yeah. And let's be honest, who has the guts to go further and to really expand this idea that anybody else in the world can produce their energy without sun, without huge tools or electricians, without the fear to get a shock. Yeah, so
There is that. Yeah.
exactly, and what you want here is trying to make people rethink about a lot of things. I really believe that the mushrooms and the fungi world, they can teach a lot for us because they don't care about some fictions. Okay, they are not caring about inflation. They don't need to care about money. They just need food to eat, and if that place is not good enough to go further, they're going to migrate for other parts. That's fine. So I think we are transforming Shimejito and all this battery stuff to act like a social fluid.
Yeah.
So we don't need to be aggressive talking against people that are only victims for the system.
Yeah.
And it's very strange when I shout about it in 250,000 community group in Facebook. The haters are the first to appear. It's very interesting.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Instead to look for information to ask more about it, they people tend to attack. I think people are so damaged about their own problems, their own way to or trauma. That's really hard to believe that something feasible that you can put hands on and make for yourself are intangible. I'm Brazilian. I live in Portugal since 2018, the end of 2018. And now we have these elections happening over there, and everybody is talking about, oh, look, Bolsonaro attack again on women. Man, they're not gonna change.
Yeah.
So we need to make an absurd perspective, an absurd thing to pop up this bubble that make us, suffer. We have problems with food. We have floating problems. We have the climate changing happening, and nobody's taking serious about it. So I think it's time to rethink and to be together with people that are we are sick of it. We are
Yes.
literally sick of it. We are depressed. We
Yeah.
are bad. We are treating ourselves bad, in a bad mood. And for what? Everybody's going to die, and the mushrooms are going to eat us. That's the thing.
So we could get with the program, couldn't we? Is what I think you're saying there, and live in the world of mushrooms, of possibility, of organic growth. And the other thing, I'm not sure you said this about the mushrooms, as it occurs to me, the mushrooms do what you say. You know, they're making their own journey, and they're in service to the other beings, aren't they? In their other community, the non, you know, the extensions beyond the mycelium community. They're
Yes,
not they're not separate, are they? They are signalers and helpers. Whilst doing their own thing, they are signalers and helpers to the rest of everything else, to the cosmos. Even it's quite extraordinary. I need to ask you as well. We really get a measure of what you're about, and it's always fantastic to talk to you. What help do you need, Adriel? You know, the talking of how, you know, being in service to each other. What help do you need from the Portugal Club, from the expats, the immigrants, the foreigners who might switch on to what you're talking about? How can we help you?
we need to be first, I think, honest, and we want to be autonomous. So that's why I think the Portugal Club, it's amazing to be connected, because when you are autonomous, we don't need any other worries, any other directions. You know, it's very hard to tell for a guy like in the oil industry, hey, we should stop to burn the coal or the oil now.
Yes.
And the guy, no, let's try to make this in a, no, let's wait more time. We have alternatives. Oh, or better, we need the trucks to transport your big solar screens for other part. You need plastic to build it. You need, you know. So the Portugal community, expats community, I think we should start to think ourselves as the outsiders, literally outsiders that don't want to fit in the problems, want to solve the problems by our actions. So
Yeah.
what you need now is customers, literally customers, people that want to get curious about science, curious about communications, curious about technology, and do stuff. If you access our website now as a Shimejito for free, you have the space for the community to learn how to build your own website on Google Sites. You know, you are able to learn how to produce mushrooms, how to produce agriculture, how to put a plant in a small vase and make that, and have our shop. So we can create different promotions. I need help for people that want to be autonomous and get money from these disruptive platforms in a different way that Uber or, you know, Glovo or other social media works. We are sick of it.
Yeah.
We're getting depressed, and as a consequence, we can get some mushrooms.
And this is just, yeah, what a great bonus. And this is disruption 2.0 possibly, isn't it? You know, because everything tends to come back to exploitation, doesn't it? All the great inventions, the internet itself, just get it full circled. Yay, we got the internet. What have we done with it? Oh, we've turned it into another exploitative tool. You're talking about, you know, I guess coming back out into collaboration rather than exploitation is what you're suggesting there.
Exactly. It's like how to live in a world of cooperation. Let's imagine there are lots of people that come to another country with money and lack of ideas,
Yeah.
and not the age, the right age to do hard work. But we have plenty of youth, plenty of curious minds, plenty of researchers that are struggling to get a 1,000 euros paycheck. You know,
Doesn't make sense, does it?
doesn't make any sense. So if you reorganize ourselves in the simple way as we have not investors, let's forget about it. Let's talk about supporters. We
Yes.
have supporters, or better, we have gambling people trying to gamble over good ideas. You know,
Yes. Yes.
imagine, hey guy, keep here this 50,000, oh, this 50 euros to do whatever you think is going to work, because using the current methods of investments, of the MBAs and the PhDs in economics and business, is not working. 90% of business will fail, you know? And you have we need, it's my opinion now, it's like, to be a good capitalist, you should understand how capitalism works, and there is no better writer to talk about it as Karl Marx. There's a very criticism about it,
Yes.
you know. People call me sometimes communist, but I can't deal anymore with these labels because we have the tools.
It's
You
it's a
are
lazy it's a lazy way of not being able to cope with the brilliance of your ideas, is what I would say. That name calling. Adriel,
exactly.
thank you so much for being here. We will continue this conversation. I appreciate you, appreciate what you're doing, and this is an ongoing. So I look forward to speaking to you again soon. And the best way for people to get in touch with you, I'll put that on the on the video when we've edited this, but I'll make sure people can get in touch with you to do exactly what you just asked.
Perfect.
You said the help you want. Come on, folks. Let's work with this extraordinary man.
Let's buy 1,000 batteries. Let's buy 1,000 batteries on our website.
It's not much to ask. 1,000 battery target, we can get there. Cheers, Adriel. Bye for now. Just for now.
Yes. Thank you.